Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to this video on the Taurus new moon happening on May the 19th. So this new moon has such a softness to it, but it reminds us that there is actually power in softening. There's power in slowing down and connecting to our body and being present in the moment. And it can often be through that slowing down that our manifestations can actually be accelerated because we are more intentional about where our energy is focused and the actions that we are taking. So, this new moon is so beautiful. I am excited to go over these energies with you. And even though there's almost this quietness to this new moon, I do think the second half of May is going to have a lot of changes and transitions to it. So before I pull up the chart here and show you the beautiful energies at play, there is definitely some background that I want to give you to help understand the context in which this beautiful new moon in Taurus, where the moon is exalted, is happening. So first, let's do a little introduction here. If you are new to me, my name is Kara. I'm an Akashic astrologer. So when I do these cosmic energy readings, I am studying the astrology, but I'm also sharing channel guidance with you from the Akashic records. And I love to support the light workers, the healers, the star seeds of this planet in getting your work and your healing gifts out into the world, receiving abundantly for it, and discovering the magic and power of co-creating with cosmic intelligence. So if this resonates, be sure that you subscribe. So the first shift that I want to talk about is Jupiter moving into Taurus, which happens just a few days before the actual new moon on the 19th. Now, Jupiter moving into Taurus is an important planetary shift because this is the first time it is back in Taurus since 12 years. So Jupiter works on a 12-year cycle. So every 12 years, we have our Jupiter return. So if your natal Jupiter is in Taurus, you are also stepping into a Jupiter return as well. And collectively, there's been so much guidance coming in around what this shift means of Jupiter moving into Taurus. So Taurus is a money sign. So it's definitely placing the spotlight on finances. And we can really see some changes being made in finances at this time in digital currency. So this isn't a new topic, but it can, of course, but it can take the spotlight right now. Taurus also governs over agriculture. So we can see changes in food distribution, more coming back to the basics of like appreciating our farmers, the importance of buying local, supporting local, all of those things really coming to the spotlight. There's also something so foundational and simplistic about the Taurian energy. And it reminds us that having that really solid foundation in our life is so important for continual growth, evolution, and expansion. If our foundation is rocky, we can only grow so high. We need that foundation. And this is about in our own personal life, really having that solid foundation of a life that feels nourishing at the end of the day, a deeper awareness as to what replenishes us versus what drains our life force energy. We'll have deeper awareness of that at this time, even especially around the new moon. What is depleting us versus what is replenishing us? What reflects our value system? Do we have a life that is a reflection of what we care most about? Again, these are really simple concepts, but mastering them and applying them in our life leads to tremendous change and transformation in really positive ways, really, really beautiful ways. So I could probably do a whole video on Jupiter and Taurus. I won't spend too much more time just on understanding the specific transit, but it is significant, and it can even open up the doors for abundance to come into your life. Like the words I'm hearing from the records is this could lead to a windfall of abundance when you recognize the power of embodying the frequency of abundance, that it is not outside of you, but within you. So noticing all the areas in your life where you feel abundant, where you are living and existing in overflow, where you have more than enough. So I spoke about this in last week's challenge. I did a free challenge on quantum shifts. And the second day was all about creating quantum shifts in money and abundance, and the importance of embodying the energy of abundance in your life and like amplifying that frequency and then applying that to money and finances. So you're existing in financial abundance. So I will put the link below to that. If you sign up now, it's free to join and you'll get immediate access to the 3 videos and the exercises and energy work that we did each day as well. So this also brings us back to connecting with Mother Gaia, taking time to ground every day. So going outside, putting your feet on the grass, walking on the beach. And, I totally understand. I'm a Canadian, so I know we can't do this all year round or we will freeze. But if you are able to in some way connect with nature every day, it is a game changer. It has so many health benefits. I was actually reading a study as well, as if we go outside and like expose ourselves to sunlight first thing in the morning, it helps regulate our circadian rhythms. So I've been doing my meditations outside every morning and just like keeping sunglasses off and getting the sunlight in my eye. I envision it activating my third eye as well. Another little side tip around that I read as well for all my coffee lovers, if we can wait an hour or 2 hours after waking up before having coffee, we actually get more of the effects from the caffeine. I totally get if that's a little challenging for me personally. I love to have coffee in the morning and I love to have my coffee outside while I'm doing my meditation, but just a little fun fact. And again, all of these things relate to the Taurian energy. It's like how we're nurturing our body, how we're caring for our body, and the little changes we can make that have a big impact in our life. Okay, let's move along. Eclipse energy. We are coming out of a really powerful eclipse cycle. Eclipses bring incredible transformation in our life. And sometimes this plays out externally, where we have unexpected changes coming in that really shake things up. We may have relationships changing, coming to an end, or new significant partnerships or karmic connections in our relationships that enter at this time. Now, sometimes this plays out more internally, where we are really focused and reflecting on, am I aligned with my path in life? Am I aligned with my purpose work? Do I feel like I'm on the right path? Like that deep sense of alignment we tend to crave, and we become very aware during eclipse season of what isn't aligned. And then it's on us. We have free will, and there's never any judgment either. We can continue on a path. We can sit with the energy a little more and decide, or we can make the changes. But I do know for sure we become aware of what changes need to be made during an eclipse. We know if we trust our heart. And then it's just, do we have the courage to act on it? And there is something with timing. Is this the timing to act on it? Or was it simply about becoming aware, having the information, and then I get to decide or have more information flow in as to what to do next? So we're coming out of the eclipse cycle. We also now have Mercury direct, but still in shadow. So there's definitely this energy of it is time to make some decisions in your life. It's time to maybe stop holding off if you know a decision needs to be made. But there's something too where Mercury's still in shadow, that there could be like more information that's still coming in, or you're still in kind of like an integration phase. But for many of you, it's time to make the decision. It's time to take the action. It's time to show up in a new way that's more aligned with who you are today and what you know to be true. Let's dive in and take a look at the chart now. So I'm going to share my screen. So we have a visual representation of this beautiful new moon energy. So we have the moon and sun conjunct, which makes it a new moon at 28 degrees in the sign of Taurus. Taurus is the bull. Taurus archetype really in the spotlight right now with the recent shift of Jupiter. We have the North Node there. Mercury is now direct in Taurus, Uranus, a lot of Taurian energy. So we spoke a little bit about what this means, coming back to creating a solid foundation, connecting to the wisdom of our body. It's important that your body catches up to what you are creating. Another way to say this is get your body on board with what you want to create. Have belief systems be embodied. Take it from just an idea in your mind to something that's part of who you are. That energy of I am abundance. There is no separation. I am abundance. I am love. I am well-being. I am one with that frequency. That's what alignment is, not separate from it, in union with it. Now, the shadow side of the Taurian energy can be looking at where we are stubbornly stuck in old patterns. This is a fixed sign. Sometimes it can stay in places, relationships, situations, patterns when it has outgrown it. So it's about having the courage to mix things up, having the courage to step outside of your comfort zone, look at where maybe you've prioritized comfort a little too much to the point where it's almost no longer comfortable because there's a sense of boredom or restlessness that is settling in, whereas it's time to mix things up a little bit. Get back to the basics in your life, how you're caring for yourself, how you're nourishing your body with the food that you're consuming. Drinking lots of water, spending time in nature. Again, there's a simplicity to this, but there's power in simplicity when we actually apply these things that we know are good for us. So let's take a deeper look at the aspects here. So we have the moon and sun forming a sextile here with Mars and Cancer. Beautiful energies there, bringing Mars into the mix. Really powerful. So Mars is at the last degree as well of Cancer. And this again speaks to like a nourishing energy. How we are nourishing ourselves, how we are caring for ourselves. There's such a softness here with this earth energy of Taurus and this Cancerian energy. They actually work really beautifully together. Earth and water energies are so powerful for manifesting as well. But it really is looking at as well in the manifestation process, these energies really do speak to who we are being more than what we are doing. So going back to the energy we are embodying, how we are showing up each day, applying, applying all the wisdom, knowledge, information that we are now have in abundance. Let's say that we have an abundance of information available to us at any moment. This really speaks to how we sort through that information and find and take on what resonates with us and being able to leave what doesn't, and then how we actually apply and implement it into our life. Intuition, very strong here, listening to the signs that your body is sending you. Now, we also have this beautiful connection here with Neptune in the sign of Pisces. Such a beautiful energy there. Now, Neptune in Pisces is about transcendence. It's very ethereal. It's about connecting to our higher self. Now, I also spoke about this higher self connection in my Quantum Shifts Challenge as well. In day one, we spoke about the layers of creation and how to really embody your higher self, how to amplify that part of you that is free from the roles you may be taking on, the titles you've taken on, anything that boxes you in, like the part of you that is a match to all that you desire to create and experience. So very ethereal energy here, but when it interacts with earthy, grounded Taurus, we are bringing our humanity and our divinity together. We are honoring our human self and our divine self. And we are unstoppable when we do that because we are embodied in our full creative power. We know who we are on a soul level. And we also appreciate this earthly experience, being here in physical form, being in this physical body, like bringing those energies together. There's something so potent about that. So this can really help you take your dreams and manifest them, or really look at what changes need to be made. What actions am I called to make to take things from just an idea, just a dream, into a manifested lived reality? We all have the power to do that. We are constantly manifesting. The question is, are we consciously manifesting, or are we creating on autopilot by accident without intention? So being intentional about where your thoughts are going, where your energy is. And this isn't about judgment. This is about awareness and love. There is only love. The first message, one of the first messages I received from the Akashic Records, which is foundational to understanding this space, is it is a space of non-judgment and unconditional love. Change happens through love and compassion. The illusion is the fear and the judgment and the separation. The truth is the unity and the love. So beautiful connections here. Taurian energy works so well with both Pisces and Cancer. We have such a softness to this energy. It's like soften, allow, lean back, relax, and receive. You've done the work. You've put in your request to the universe. Allow the order to come through. Practice the receiving. So important. Now, the ruler of this new moon is Venus, and we currently have Venus in Cancer as well. So this motherly energy coming in again of how we nurture ourselves, how we care for ourselves. It's about doing less, but actually creating more, because we are aware of our vibration, our frequency, our energy, and we are filling ourselves up. Even asking yourself, like anytime you're feeling overwhelmed or stressed, take a moment to just take a deep breath and ask, what do I need in this moment? What do I need in this moment? And it often can be very simple. It could be simply just like, put the phone down, shut the device off, be present, have a glass of water, take 5 minutes to meditate or go for a walk. Again, simplicity, these basic things. You can probably hear my cat meowing. That was a risk of doing this video upstairs today, was that Katana would wake up and start meowing. So nurturing simplicity, coming back to the basics. Now, another aspect I want to mention here is between Jupiter. So we have Jupiter here, 0 degrees in the sign of Taurus. So it's actually 0 degrees in Taurus right now. And it is forming a square with Pluto at 0 degrees of Aquarius. So this speaks to big change. So that's why I say, even though there's like a softness and almost like a quieting down around the new moon, May can be a busy month. Like the second half of the month, there's a lot of transformation here. Pluto is the planet of power and transformation, and we've had a taste of what it's all about in Aquarius. It's going to retrograde back into Capricorn. So we're going to be revisiting some old conversations here. And then in 2024, it's full steam ahead. I say full steam, Pluto moves slow, but it's in Aquarius then. But this is very significant here, this aspect with Jupiter, that definitely speaks to there is change, there is movement happening collectively. The ascension that's been happening on the planet, this is a real thing. And it's not like, some people say, oh yeah, people have been talking about this, or the spiritual community has been talking about like the 5D or this ascension for so long. When is it happening? It's like, it's not somewhere we just arrive. These are changes that flow through us. It's a new frequency that we learn to function from, live from, carry within us. And the more that all of us carry that frequency and these new codes, the more that it becomes ingrained in the collective consciousness on the planet. And that's where we see ascension and evolution happening on a global scale. So this can really speed that up. So many people are awakening now. Like we're all feeling the changes. We're awakening to there's so much more at play in the universe here. I think we're awakening to our true power, which is game changing when we are grounded in our power. as those conscious creators, we are understanding our interconnectedness and unity in a new way. Like there is a lot of shifting here, and that's Jupiter square Pluto. Wow. Big changes. This can also speak to big changes in the economy because Aquarius is about community and Taurus is a money sign. So again, I know we are in a time of financial change and evolution, and this can accelerate that as well. And I will also say, when we understand like the universe is our source, we receive at all times and we anchor in these new codes of receiving and abundance, and we can share that with the collective too. And we can all begin to live more and more in this energy of overflow and more than enough instead of lack and scarcity. That's why the changes that each one of us make actually influence the collective. They do matter. Each of us matters so significantly. Like we're all very, very significant. And what we do, how we show up, what we know to be true, the energy we play in does influence the collective. So that is our new moon energy here. I feel like I'm going to wrap it up right here. There's a lot to integrate around this. So I invite you to share below if anything I said really resonated with you. If you have any questions, post them below. Share with me, what are you manifesting in this new moon energy? I'll share some helpful links below. I'm doing a new moon ceremony for my inner circle. If you want to work more closely together, have access to my content, my energy work, you're interested in learning more about your astrology, your records, how to work with that in a way that expands your business, check out the inner circle. I also have a new 6-week one-on-one mentorship, which is really cool. So this is actually about embodying the archetypal energies in your birth chart to create growth and expansion. So leaning into more financial abundance, impacting and reaching more people with your work. Really, really fun, all in a way that's aligned to your blueprint. We work some Akashic magic in there too, connecting to the wisdom of your records, the blueprint of your business. So I will attach that link below as well. Sending you so much love. Enjoy this powerful transit of Jupiter and Taurus for the next year and this beautiful Taurus new moon. Bye for now.